Now, most evenings, the late crew will be selling special tickets, but you may be asked to help with selling specials tickets. Specials tickets are just individual tickets that are sold, not in the bulk, but they're sold $2 each. So it's easy to remember the prices. So the crew chief will set up the specials tickets in the specials office in order of their most popular. So the specials office actually is just a square room, and there's a little window right at the front. Crew chief will set up a table, just like one of these tables, with a cash till, and then the tickets will be in order of popularity. And there'll be one member on each side of the table facing the window, and the customers will come along and buy, and they'll tell you exactly which tickets they want and how many. The only thing is, you should be familiar with the tickets, and they may ask you the prizes, which are posted on a board just outside. The crew chief most often will write down the prizes just in case the customers ask, so you have it handy. So the different tickets, purple is called Progressive, the brown is called Richmond Hill Progressive. There are 2 tickets for Super Jackpot. Again, one is easy and one is random. And again, there's 2 numbers in the center square for the easy, and then more than 4 or more in the center square for the random. We then have yellow, blue, and white. Okay. And they're called, I double check because they change the names sometimes. Yeah, Sponsors Special is the blue, Bingo World is the yellow, and Final Jackpot is the white. Okay. So the crew chief will only put out the blue and the yellow ticket at the beginning of the evening, because the prizes will change depending on whether those tickets are won on a full card or on a consolation. So you won't see this white ticket until after those games are determined. Okay? So the easy thing for these tickets is that all these ones up to the white are $2. Sorry, up to the blue, I should say, sorry, are $2, and then depending on the prizes that are paid out, the yellow and the white will either be $2 or $1, but the crew chief will advise you of that. Okay? So you'll be selling those tickets at the specials room, and you'll be basically done for early crew by 8:15. Okay. Now for late crew, you're showing up at just before 6 o'clock. Again, you're checking in with the crew chief. The late crew stays in the specials room. Okay. The late crew will help with selling the specials tickets, as I've outlined before. And then one person at 7 o'clock will be assigned to being on the payouts. And that is to pay the prizes that are awarded during the course of the evening. A sheet is given to that payout person, and they pay out the cash from the till that we use to sell tickets. And a hall employee, a runner, will come over to claim a prize from the payouts person. They must sign for that money, and once they leave with the cash, the hall employee is responsible for the money. It has happened once before where another charity forgot to get a sign-off from a hall employee, and then that hall employee denied receiving $1,000. So that charity lost $1,000 one evening. Okay. So the other person from the late crew will be assigned to dealing with the runners to do the reconciliation. It's the usual practice. The crew chief may change that depending on who's there, but you should see a normal practice of the payouts person and the runner reconciliation being done by the lake crew. The lake crew will then help the crew chief with reconciling at the end of the evening. So I'll detail for crew chiefs a little later more work that they're involved in. But what happens is at the end of the evening we have to total up all the unsold tickets. We're doing that during the course of the evening, but a grand total has to be done. Then reconciling the cash that went out in payouts against the sales and determining what our profit is on the evening. It's a pretty simple process in the end. I have forms that the crew chiefs will have to deal with, and so the lake crew will help with just filling in a few forms and making a deposit in the hall manager's office next door. So, other than that, the lake crew finishes between 9:30 and 10. It all depends on how many tickets were sold and how long it takes to do a reconciliation. But that's the essential total of bingo, is counting tickets, selling the tickets, reconciling unsold tickets, counting up the money, and then filing the forms at the end of the evening to determine what our profit is.